I'm happy for him. That's why you do it. We're in this game for the guys you coach. That's why we have a job. And so when guys, stay here as long as he has and worked as hard as he has, you just kind of hope that it turns out for him like it did. And I thought our guys played pretty well around him, and it's just a tribute to him. It's got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with him. And I'm just happy for him that we could find a way to win.
Did you kind of slow play it a little bit? Like, let's see what happens. Let's get him going slowly, and then open it up as he shows confidence or whatever. Or no?
We've tried to do that all year a little bit, just kind of getting a little bit of a flow. And it's hard when you run the style of offense we do to actually think that punting's okay. It's like you get to the point where like, oh my God, we punted, we went 3 and out, and that's okay. Tonight we didn't turn it over, but one time, and that wasn't really his fault. And that led to a score. For damn it, we've done it now 5 last 6 weeks. We've led to a score and a turnover, but that's really it. How do we get explosive plays and not turn it over and score in the red zone, those kind of things. And so I thought we did a pretty good job at that.
You had some interesting guys out there warming up. J.W. Walsh, Wes Lant. What was your order of finish?
I won't even really get into it. They're both available moving forward. So I don't know. Mike will probably say we're going to give all 3 guys reps and figure it out. That's probably what he'll say this week. I don't know. I'm happy for him. We'll take it, what this week was. And like I told Clint before the game, whether you throw for 4 touchdowns or you throw 4 picks, which I actually said to him, the sample size is still small. It really is. To say that for sure, I'm just happy for him, and I'm happy for our team and our guys.
How good is Josh Stewart, and how good is he developing?
Well, we're moving him around. We're trying like hell to get him the ball. That's pretty obvious. What you try and do, that's what we're paid to do, is try and get the ball in the hands of the guys that can make plays for you. He just bounces up off the turf. Like I would have thought by now he'd have broke down as much as we try to utilize him. He's a tough son of a gun, and so it's just kind of, like I said, utilize the guys you have.
Did you see something with him or the defense that you could use him? It seemed like he was open all game.
Not really. It's that they dictate where the ball goes. We have certain things triggered for him. Some of them come in the forms of screens. Some of them come in the form of tosses. Some of them come in the form of reverses. Just like they do with their guy, with number 1. In the end, it's one. When you have a good player, they know it's coming, but you can't stop getting it to them. It's like with Justin Blackman. When you've got a good player, you got to find ways to get him the ball. You can't just say, "Well, we can't." No, you have to, because they're the guys that can make plays to help you win. So that's what everybody does in the country. We just tried like heck to do that.
Can you talk about what it says about this offensive line, the quarterbacks, that you've had 3 different guys, have?
I don't know. It says a lot about our players. It says a lot about our assistant coaches. All we've tried to do is just, get 11 guys on the field, not have pre-snap penalties. Our guys know what to do with the ball, do it better than they defend it. That's all we've tried to do, and just consistently say we have enough. And that's held true. There's not one time yet that we have not had enough and given us a chance to win a game. Now, we found ways to screw some things up over the course of our losses, but it hasn't been that we haven't moved the ball. So all we've tried to do is focus on the guys we have, not the guys we don't have, and then try to make sure that we get enough reps at the ways we have a chance to move it. And that's all we've tried to do. And that's a credit to the assistant coaches who have to take the plan to the players, the guys that buy into it. And, Mike deserves a lot of credit because he doesn't let our guys worry about who's not out there and body language and playing hard. And, you hear that from a lot of the teams you play, say, we're trying to get our team to play as hard as your team plays. And if we just talk toughness, effort, discipline, no excuses, finish. There's no stats. There's nothing about that. Just you play that way, you give yourself a chance.
What was Clint's attitude, or like? I know maybe you weren't around him, but what was he saying to you when they cut that lead? To, what was it, 4 in the third quarter? Did he lose his composure at all?
I don't think so. We didn't talk probably enough to know if he lost his composure. You're relaying information. All you're trying to get your quarterbacks to do is, and it's easier said than done. It's just play the next play. And then at the end of the day, let's look at your body of work, because the moment you let everything else around you go that way, easier said than done.
Right.
Okay, because we're all human. But I don't remember that. And I told him, I said, win or lose, or whether you throw 4 picks or 4 touchdowns, aren't you happy you're playing? It really, at the end of the game, it's a game, and aren't you happy you get an opportunity? And down the road, you can say you always started here as a quarterback. Isn't that cool? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? And be excited for guys. And because, like I said, I've coached for 20 years. I'll coach hopefully another 20. And there'll be some bad losses and some nice wins, and that's great for him.